Morning, Kim.
Good
Give me
morning.
a second to get the headset going. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope you guys had a good week. Friday already. Long morning over here already, so we'll see how trading goes.
Hope
Well,
everything is well, Kevin.
thanks, man. It'll get there. It'll be nice. Morning, YouTube. We're looking for, I don't know, we're looking at ES and NQ today. I'd like to see, is it not streaming right? Nice. Hold up. I'm looking for divergence. I want to take ES or NQ long in demand over here. Yeah, that dinging is the book map. I'll turn that off. That's the heat map. The market pulse indicator. So the market pulse indicator basically tells us when there's strong selling or strong buying pressure. So if I was to scalp something on like ES or NQ, if I'm scalping longs, I want to make sure that the market pulse indicator, which is this one down here, is making that noise and working out. Market opens in a couple minutes. I'm looking for a demand play on the NASDAQ. Crude oil, I gotta change all the charts on crude. That's about where we're at right now. Like, look at crude oil, everything crude wise, all the way up here now, because the zones and everything changed, because the contracts changed. No good supply zones on crude. Sort of a 3 hour right here. I see it says 15-minute on that one, so I'm assuming there should be a 15 somewhere. Right here. Market opens in 2 minutes. Just fix up some crude charts. Another supply on crude right here. And the problem with this supply zone, well, this supply zone's pretty clean. The reason this supply zone is clean is because we have our green basing candle, this green basing candle, long upper wick. We have an impulse move lower, and we have continuation. So there's a lot of imbalance. There's liquidity sitting in the market at this 75, 77 area. So we'll look for crude oil short there. I'll see how crude oil reacts in this supply zone, because now the 30-minute could be creating a demand zone. I'm sorry, 15 could be creating a demand zone. Market opens in 13 seconds. Again, looking for potential NASDAQ long positions if ES wants to go make a new low a day.
So NQ's got several fair value gaps overhead. Yeah, and got a pivot point at. Oh wait, that's not a pivot point. Let me see. Hang on.
Yep, want to see us come into this demand zone on NQ and break the pre-market low. If we could break the pre-market low, I'm going to grab some longs on the NASDAQ. Looking for a break of the lows on NASDAQ to go along. Have ES hold, give us that divergence. I'll see, though, how it plays. I'm a 15 right now, look at the 5. So right now the liquidity is sitting right here. I want to see if we can break that low on NASDAQ, hold that low on ES. If that's the case, we'll see if ES hits demand. We'll take ES long, because ES will be the bullish divergent one. ES will be considered stronger at that point. Very volatile market just opened, so we expect a lot of volatility when the market opens.
Go wash your hands one last time and then we'll go. And I'm gonna pay also real quick.
NQ didn't give us that demand test. We did have a bit of divergence from previous 5-minute candles, but I'm going to let this close. ES is much stronger now. If I was looking for a scalp, I'd probably look for ES longs, potential NQ shorts. But ES is much stronger right now. Come on, NASDAQ, go break that low. ES still pumping up. ES holding NASDAQ from breaking those lows. We got crude oil coming into 15-minute supply. Kidney's killing me. YouTube, hit that like and subscribe. If you guys hit that like button, I'll skip the ad on the next ad that comes up. If we don't get the divergence play on ESNQ, we'll look for crude oil shorts. We have a 5-minute order block right here, right above a fair value gap. So we'll see how we react to that. It's also lining up near a broken 45-minute demand zone. A lot of extra confirmations on that. Would potentially look for a short right here. Seeing that we break the fair value gap, reject the order block, try to make it push lower. And we would look for a short on NASDAQ because NASDAQ has been a bit weaker so far. So those are we got 3 setups we're waiting for. Potential crude oil short in supply. Potential NASDAQ short in a 5-minute order block, and potential NASDAQ long in demand if we can make some divergence. So we got a few things we're waiting for, we're just staying patient. Because I'm waiting for these setups, I'm not going to look to jump into any trades, right? When we have setups, when we're waiting for the market, that's all we're doing. We're waiting and anticipating. I'm thinking of a crude oil short here, how we're rejecting that zone. Take a look. See where we're at, see how crude oil looks on the heat map. But that's some good buying pressure, right? So crude oil has some pretty strong buying pressure. So I'm not going to jump into any shorts on crude right out the gate. We'll see how this 5-minute wants to close. It's got 10 seconds left. If it dumps, we'll see. But 5 seconds, I don't think we're going to dump on crude. We'll see how the next candle forms. Again, that's a very strong bullish pressure coming into the supply. So because of that, I'm not going to be jumping into any short positions on crude yet. NASDAQ looks like an inverse hanging man candle right here where we'll get a pop and then we'll drop on this candle. Let's see if we get that. Get a pop and then a drop on this 5-minute. So we'd want to make sort of a high. See if we get into this fair value gap right here actually. Oh, did we already? No, we didn't. So that's sort of what I'm looking for too, if we can get that on NASDAQ. Now it's only been 40 seconds since this 5 opened and it already moved a lot, right? So let's see if we can push back up, reject that fair value gap. I'm going to look for a short in that fair value gap right there. I want a quick retest of that. I want to pop right now. I want it to pop into that fair value gap, just like that.
NASDAQ bouncing off of interday VPOC, headed north, possibly.
Gold looks pretty strong. Crude oil starting to reject the supply zone. But remember, guys, that 5 minutes did not look good for an entry just yet, so we're staying patient. I want to pop here on the NASDAQ so it could drop for the next 2 minutes on this 5-minute candle. It's cold, man. I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm sweating. I don't know, man. I'm not doing good. So we might just get the drop, you know, and again, I'm still looking for divergence. I want NASDAQ to make a new low of day, ES to hold that low of day. If that's the case, we'll probably take some ES longs. So you see how we have an iceberg here on the NASDAQ? I'm not a fan of NASDAQ icebergs because they tend to break with no problem. I like icebergs more on the ES. The reason for that is because they tend to hold stronger, more stronger of like a wall, you know. So we did miss the scalp short entry, but we didn't really miss it because we didn't hit the fair value gap. We didn't hit what we were looking for. So still just waiting, see if we make any divergence. It could pop here. Could still pop here. We got 2 minutes in the 5 minute. That's plenty of time for it to pop back up here, drop back down there. As we see, we're very volatile. So 2 minutes left. Want to see buyers step in, sweep this order block, and then reject. Give me a pop, and then just drop right after. But if it pops a little too late, where we don't really have time to dump afterwards, I'm not taking it.
Do you mean too late in the 5 minute candle?
Yep, exactly. So it's like a timing thing, you know? We gotta sort of time it right, too. Like right now, we see this iceberg right here, and we see price is starting to squeeze, right? Price keeps getting closer and closer, and is keep failing to sell off. We're making higher lows in this 1 minute. It does make me think we might want to make a quick spurt, a quick dash to the downside, but because we're holding up, we might take a quick pop to the upside. So here's that iceberg again, 512. 518 is the entry, is my potential entry for shorts. Here comes the pop. Nope, 30 seconds left. I do think I might want to pull down. Did want to wait for that divergence. Gold, new high a day. Is gold at a new all-time high? No, it's not an all-time high yet. Close. See, 4 seconds left in this 5 minute. Now we're not getting the close like I expected it to. So we'll wait. I do think maybe we'll pop into this and reject. I'll consider grabbing a short if we do that. I do like how we're rejecting this broken demand zone here. Alright, so there's that fair value gap. Pushing into it pretty strong here. Good buying pressure. I want to see if these buyers could get trapped. If not, we'll continue higher. I don't know if I sent that other thing yet. Hold up. I have to... I'm thinking of putting a sell order out here in this fair value gap. If we could break back below it, watching Bookmap for that. Nope, see buyers keep stepping in. Broke that fair value gap for a moment. We have one right above it.
consumer sentiment at 10 this morning.
Consumer sentiment at 10. Good to know. Good to know. Always good to be aware of that news.
Thank you for letting me express myself, Matt. The worst thing you could do to a person is to shut them up when they're trying to express themselves, so I thank you.
I like that selling pressure coming in. I'm gonna put out a sell order. Stop loss is at the high of that previous candle. I'm in some shorts on the NASDAQ right now.
Try to express it and then being told you're not allowed.
I might stop out of that. That's some good buying pressure. Buyers aren't really giving it up too easily, right? So we might pop up, and if we pop up, we stop out. That's all right. I want to see strong selling pressure. I want to see us pull back. I'd love to see some type of divergence, something. I want NASDAQ new low day. NASDAQ has been much weaker. NASDAQ new low day will give us a pretty nice trade off the bat. 230 left in this 5 minute, 15 minute. Looks okay.
Oh, thank you.
That's probably going to stop out. I'm not a big fan of this one.
Right. You're absolutely right.
We'll see. I don't know where my short position tool went. It's chopping around right now, which gives me a little confidence. Oh, it just switched me. No. Yo, it just reversed my position. That was crazy, man. I was moving around my tool, and it was near the reverse button. Dude, it just reversed me. That's bullshit. That's annoying. It's one of those days. It's gonna be one of those days. Every day's one of those days. That's okay. It literally reversed me just to put me red. I want to see strong selling and get another short. I'm in shorts again. I reversed back, but that's some bull. Good selling pressure there. I want to see ES go bearish with the selling pressure too. We'll grab another short there.
All right, NQ just came down and touched VWAP.
I'm in 2 shorts on the NASDAQ right now. Looking for a new low a day. Give me a nice drop. Nice drop. Beautiful. Give me 1 drop. I'm going to get out of 1 contract. Gorgeous. Get out of 1 contract right there. Market was trying to mess me up.
Okay.
34 seconds left in this, and looking for bears to continue that. Yep. Come here, Diego. Probably, I'm thinking of locking in gains here, but I want to let this 5 close. I feel like it does want to dump. Some NASDAQ shorts. Weighted index looks weak, but it is trying to hold, trying to chop around. Good selling pressure here on the heat map. I'm going to look to get out of this last contract. I'm out of the shorts there. I'm out of shorts there. Great trade. Probably go to new low a day. I want to see new low a day on NASDAQ to go long ES. Guys, give me a minute. I gotta find my cat. Yo, definitely annoyed that it freaking, it reversed me when I was trying to put my tool up there. Because that just made me take a loss for no reason. Of course, we gained and then some on this trade. That was a beautiful trade right there. Nice short. But, where's my mouse? Dude, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, we were in and out of some shorts. We are not in any trades right now. We took a short from, what was that risk to reward? It's probably like a 2-to-1, yeah. Not my favorite. You guys know I like going for like 4-to-1s, but if we're looking for a quick scalp, we could scalp too. Just use your zones. Thinking of getting in shorts again here, but now this inverse hangman looks like this 5-minute might want to pop green and stay green. But I'm still looking for that divergence. Gold at a strong level. Thinking of taking, nah, I was gonna say take crude short, but I don't know. Create limit order. Right, there's that buying pressure on NASDAQ. That went crazy. Told y'all it looks like an inverse hangman. It's gonna start popping. I'm going to be patient on crude. I sort of did want to take crude short here, but the buying pressure is trying pretty hard, but supplies keep holding it down. Pretty strong 8-4 level. Staying patient. Next setup's either going to be divergence, NASDAQ makes new low day, ES holds its low day. See that crude's trying to push through again. NASDAQ chopping around. Staying out of everything for now. Caught a nice short scalp, 2 contracts. That was worth it. That worked out well. Let's see if we go make that new low a day. ES looks good for the downside too. But I want new low a day on NASDAQ. I want ES to hold its low a day, and I want to find a place to enter on the ES. I like gold up here is rejecting this this previous high. And call that buy side liquidity. Again, looking at NASDAQ, very indecisive right now. Buying pressure, selling pressure, buying pressure, selling pressure. We're in a range. Not liking it. Staying patient. Crude, stayed out of crude for a reason. Stayed out of crude for a reason. I'd consider, if we break crude supply and then reverse while we fail to hold above it. Coming. Call me when you get home. I'll pick him up. I sort of want to go long after this 5 closes.
One of the batteries is dying in the range when I come back.
Okay.
He's gonna say there's no way. Well, let's enjoy him while we have him because there's no way. If we don't take time to figure something out there, there's just no way.
We have lemons in the fridge.
Oh, well, I know. I guess I'm waiting for you to do that. I'll do it right
I was
now.
waiting for you to be ready for them. Tell me not to do it until you're ready.
Who said the fuck not to do it? What are you talking about? I never said not to.
Okay.
When did I say not to do it?
You said you were waiting for me to do it when I get them. Okay, Mom.
Talking about wait for me?
Yes, wait for me to do it. You wanted to see how it was done. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't even talk like that. Wait to see. I don't give a fuck how you do it.
Okay.
In fact, I believe the exact words were throw it on some paper towels and wipe it on there.
Oh, there we go. Marzo, do you say something? I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? Come on now. I heard you earlier.
Testing for Kevin.
No, I should be able to hear you. I don't know why I can't hear you. I don't think Kevin... Yeah, Marzidi, I do not hear you. We can hear you. Alright, as long as you guys could hear me. But I'd love to hear Marzidi. Could you guys hear Marzidi? It was just working. I don't know.
We can hear Marzidi.
Yeah, we can hear him. We can hear Victoria too.
Cool. Alright, cool. Yeah, I don't know what's going on then. Oh, we just hit the 1 minute fair value gap. I was gonna say, let's try to find an entry for longs here. It's gonna be right there. Because guess what? That 15 minutes gonna take us flying. I still wanted that divergence though. Okay, let's get rid of our first short position tool. Coming into this fair value gap again on NASDAQ here. I sort of want to take these long. We'll see. We'll see.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, there you are.
Oh, that's too bad. I was going to be singing some limericks while you were away.
I'm gonna try some longs here, NASDAQ. Stop loss at the bottom of that 1 minute fair value gap. It's gonna go stop me out right away. Let's see. I want to see a strong move higher. I like the 15 minute for bulls. But I want divergence. All morning I'm talking about divergence, guys. So if this stops me out, no more trades till we get that divergence. Stopped out.
So there's a volume node at 502 that's holding us up at the moment.
Gotcha. Now let's see. Oh, stop me out to continue? Is that how you feel, market? That's how I feel. That's how everybody feels lately.
I
Try
don't know
one
if
more
there's
long.
any.
One more
Don't
long
know if there's
row.
any news, but it's near 10.
Oh shit, that's right. We got don't we have something? I know we've got something.
I
Checking.
think it's sentiment, consumer sentiment.
Right. Alright, be careful with that, ladies and gents. Weighted index is dropping, and out of those longs again, man. Guys, I'm having one of those days. You know when you wake up and you're like, I ain't feeling it. I'm dealing with too much shiznit. Too much shit at home, and that'll do it to you. 5 minute, still wanted that 5 minute divergence. Giving away all those profits from that first drop on 2 little losses. Well, didn't give them all away. Still pretty deep green, but you get what I'm saying. It was much greener before. Gonna be patient here. I like gold. Gold looks pretty good for a short right there off of that buy side liquidity. Crude. Potential on crude right there, because it did break that supply zone and then it rejected. Mentioned to look for that. NASDAQ might just continue, man. I think I was just getting bad fills on those longs.
Well, all the indices are choppy. Even the indices, the weighted indice kind of thing.
Yeah.
You got your leaderboards choppy, and you got your total market. Total market is up, but choppy. So, yeah, this is just a chop day. It's all it is so far.
Yeah, weighted index does look like it's trying to find some support down here, and weighted index even had a little divergence. Sort of makes me want to try longs again, but you got a great point there, Marzity. This has just sort of been chop. I might take gold.
Wait till after 10.
Yeah, good point. Good point. 3 minutes till 10 already. Gotta wait. YouTube, I'll skip those ads for you. Just make sure you hit that like button. I think we popped though, man. That 15 looked so good to push higher. But we'll see. Yeah, there goes gold. Gold again would have been a pretty nice short. 230 left. It seems there's potential double top today from the first. Double top. On what, gold? Maybe. We'll let 10 o'clock play out. Really want to take longs again on NASDAQ. Weighted index has just been pretty weak though. And I already tried a few times. I'm not going to do that shit again.
Wait.
That news is going to catapult us. Weighted
Got some
index
long
is-
wicks on the 1 minute on the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Right there.
Oh, I just realized my equities were on the fucking 1 minute too. We're going to be patient. That's right. We're going to be patient. We got a minute 30 left. Guys, give me a second. I'm going to grab a water and take my medicine. Because my kidneys are breaking. And nobody cares. Alright, there's some selling pressure. Nice, Kevin. You catch that OTE on crude? Yo, I'd definitely probably take some crude shorts here if there wasn't news in like 8 seconds. Watch how that 15 closes. We'll see. I'm still planning out that divergence. I'm looking at these wicks down here, and all I see is liquidity. Whenever I see wicks, I see liquidity. See liquidity sitting here. See liquidity sitting here. See it sitting here. And when I see that, all I think is the market sees it and goes, yeah, I want that liquidity. So, yes, we're making higher lows, but they're very weak, they're very choppy. So I'm thinking the market is going to want to run through that. Strong sell wall right here. Sort of considering grabbing maybe micros a short. Or if gold wants to push back up, I'll grab gold shorts. Gold's a much smoother drop right there. Yeah. Gold's like, yeah, watch this. Watch this, I'm going to go to your target.
Michigan sentiment was positive just a little bit. We're still in this box with the top NASDAQ being around 534-ish.
Sellers keep trying to step in. We have strong sell wall right there on NASDAQ. Strong sell wall at 55.70 on ES, so we have some room on ES to push higher. 70 is a strong sell wall. I like this rejection off this area. I think we could push lower into the, let's see. I'm going to try some micros short. So I'm going extra light in size on this, guys. I'm going to try a short position on the NASDAQ here. Even though buyers are pretty strong, stop loss is above those recent highs. I'm looking for us to take out the downside liquidity, but we might want to take out this upside liquidity before taking that out. So I'm just in these shorts right here, looking for us to hold below and take out this downside liquidity and hopefully make some divergence. ES is much stronger. We might take out, yeah, that buy side first. So we're going to stop out of that. Very light. Very light. We had that great first trade on NASDAQ. That was huge. That was awesome. We did very well at capitalizing on it. Crude oil's looking okay for shorts. See how many times I say that before actually taking a short.
All right, we're breaking outside of the box into the fair value gap.
Wow, gold. Gold's just going crazy to the downside. Non-stop gold to the downside. NASDAQ 5-minute order block coming up. Who gives a shiznit about a 5-minute order block? ES, bit of a fair value gap right there. YouTube, you guys are getting ads. Hit that like button or you guys are getting ads. Throwing it in there. Considering crude oil shorts here. Let's see, my entry would be right where we're at right there. Yeah, so we'll try crude short. I said earlier if we could break supply and then reject, I'll grab some shorts. So I'm short crude oil, one contract, 75.38. Stop loss is at the highs. Do I not have crude oil market pulse? Let's get crude oil market pulse up here. Crude oil's got some strong buying pressure on the market pulse at the moment. NASDAQ gold would have hit our first take profit on the shorts if we ended up taking those. We didn't. Some strong buying pressure again in crude there. This one might be a stop out too, guys. These are not high probability setups. I gotta recognize that and just like not take them, you know? It's one of those days where like if something outside of the market is affecting you mentally, emotionally, physically, you're not going to trade right because you're not going to be in the right headspace. But because I stream to you lovely folks, where's my choice? It's okay. We'll take
You
some
want us to talk you out of trades, Kevin?
That's okay. No, I'm good. I'm chilling. We're chilling. We're okay. We're still in crude short. I have a little bit of confidence in it, depending on how the 15 looks. We'll see. We'll see. I like that NASDAQ rejection off the order block. Yeah, see, that's a strong sell wall right there on NASDAQ, that 550. So let's see if we break it or hold it. So there we go, strong buying to get above it. More buying, more absorption. Let's see if we want to reject or if we want to hold. Are buyers strong enough to continue at this point? They're getting pretty weak right here. They're getting sort of weak. I'm gonna go one. I'm gonna say one short. Stop loss is at the middle of the fair value gap just to see if we have a reaction off of this zone. We did. It was to the upside. Alright, we're stopped at, man, oh man. Shake and bake today. Shake and bake. Shake and bake. Looking for crude oil. Crude oil finally, excuse me, with some selling pressure. So I'm going to look to add to crude right there. So it could bounce on me. NASDAQ is still rejecting that fair value gap, so I'm probably going to end up giving it another chance depending how the 5-minute closes, but I am going to wait for the 5 to close. Still in these crude shorts. That's the noise you hear right now, is the crude oil market pulse indicator pushing to the downside. But crude is very choppy, right? It chops, it drops, it chops. I like that NASDAQ reaction. Where we at? Bring them out, bring them out. We'll see, yeah, nice NASDAQ reaction there. Still looking for the liquidity to the downside to be hit, so we'll give NQ one more shot at the middle of the fair value gap if we can make our way back up there again. I'm sorry, not a fair value gap. That's the order block. That is the order block. Nice crude oil drop right there. Good stuff. Nice, nice. We added to our crude shorts. So we're doing pretty okay right now. YouTube, hit that like button. I'm going to skip the ad for you guys. Crude oil, still in crude oil shorts. Crude oil is this bottom left chart right here. NASDAQ, I am looking for us to push back into the middle of the fair value gap to enter short. We were originally short in that fair value gap. We got out a bit too soon. I got out at the middle of the fair value gap, just for me to want to re-enter at the middle of the fair value gap. So crude, we're holding. Nice 5-minute right here to the downside. Looks good. 15 closes soon. 30 closes in a while. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of the higher time frames on crude for a continuation play here. So there's a good chance I exit crude. We'll see. The NASDAQ too, we'll see how we close. We've got 14 seconds left. If we start pushing higher now, I'm going to delete my limit order. I'd like to close, like right there's where I'd like to see us close. That's not where I'd like to see us close. We'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna move my entry a bit lower. We're gonna give these shorts a shot because of that order block there. If we stop out, we stop out. That's just where it's at right now. That is just the way the cookie crumbles. Take a look at NASDAQ on the heat map and the book map. I always call book map heat map. I don't know why I do that. Yeah, at 5 minutes still looks good to continue, in my opinion, to the upside. So my confidence is very low at the moment. Weighted index is above VWAP. Trying to push above VWAP, I should say. Where's VWAP on? So we're at VWAP though on NASDAQ. Alright, we're sort of above VWAP here on NASDAQ, lining up in that order block. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Still hold these shorts. Still in the crude oil shorts too, by the way. Those are still going pretty well. How's the 15-minute look on NASDAQ? 15 looks very bullish. Except if this 5 decided to close bearish right now. But the 30-minute could still be bearish. Nope, probably going to go hit that stop. We're getting close. You ran pretty close. Weighted index is struggling, so not sure what this pop is from. Probably going to get stopped out anyways. but we're still chilling on this. Gold trying to give us an entry. We'll see what gold wants to do. Looking at NASDAQ up here. Probably going to stop us out on NASDAQ. I could see it wanting that previous candle high. I'm trying to find a reason to move my stop loss, but never move your stop loss. Once you enter a trade and you already have your stop loss, you gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. If you don't want to respect it, then look for another trade to re-enter, but respect that original stop loss. That's your predetermined risk. Let's check out gold. While NASDAQ chops around, check out gold. Fair value gap right here on gold. That'll be our gold entry. We'll see at least. NASDAQ again trying to hold up. These buyers are trying their best to hold up. NASDAQ has found some strength. Might pop here. Apple's popping right now. Rest of the market's sort of chopping. Weighted index finally with some weakness. Yeah, I'm gonna hold these shorts here. Oh, gold just entered. Wow, I just realized too, crude oil's doing really well for us. Guys, give me a half a second. I'm gonna be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. I am back. NASDAQ is trying to push in our direction. Crude oil's still pushing pretty well in our direction. I'm glad we took that short. That'll be our payday. Will be crude today. Dude, nice crude, nice. I'm thinking of cutting NASDAQ just to let crude do its thing so I don't have any more loss sitting on me. Even if NASDAQ does play out. Now Apple's getting weak. Microsoft's weak. Tesla's pretty weak. We'll wait on NASDAQ too. 15 seconds for this 5 minute to close, but buyers have been pretty strong, guys. Be careful. In NASDAQ short, crude oil short. NASDAQ though, I'm probably gonna stop out. That looks horrible for shorts. Crude oil's killing it. Yeah, there goes NASDAQ shorts. Figured that was gonna happen. Crude oil's holding us up pretty well right now. Probably gonna add to crude. I'm in 2 crude short contracts right now. We got divergence, ES and NQ. Bearish divergence right there. Off of this, what's it called? Fair value gap. I believe that's a fair value gap on ES. So I'll see. Sort of want to take ES short off of that divergence, because then you could keep your stop loss really tight, right? So you could do your stop loss at that high because you're expecting the divergence to play out. But let's see, we have to hold below that high. Weighted index bit of steam. Rest of the indices looking a little weak. Yo, crude oil's killing it right now, though. Almost breaking that divergence, so we'll get no trade on that. Let's see. What are we adding to crude? We're still holding that divergence a little bit right there. Like this high right there. I don't think it was taken out. Oh, it tapped it? Double top? I've seen that happen before where it'll double top and drop, but we gotta see. We could still break this divergence. Bulls are killing it. Gold did give us a bit of an entry up there. Did not take that entry, sort of in the middle of nowhere. Crude oil giving us a pullback. See if there are any 1 minute fair value gaps on crude to enter. No, so it looks like we're just going to be entering. Adding to add here. So let's see. When I see some good selling pressure again, we'll jump into some more crude. Oh, it's going to be the gold continuation, I think. Let's see. Nice little pullback there on crude. If it comes up one more time, probably going to add to crude. Yeah, let's add at 7565. 7565. That seems to be an area that they're holding. Buy stops are still at that previous high. Actually, moving my stops to the top of the supply zone. Keeping an eye on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ just pumping away. Can't keep pumping away. Who knows that song? It's an old hip-hop song. There we go, crude. Going back in our direction. Can't keep running away.
Alright, if anybody's ES, Northside target 5576.
Gold looks good to keep going. There's some nice NASDAQ drop. I'm sorry, crude oil drop. There we go, crude. There we go. Nice, nice crude, nice. A little bit of volume pressure coming into crude. I want to see that continue. Give us a nice strong push. How's the 15-minute look? 15 still looks okay. I might, first target on crude might be right over here. This demand zone. Or order block, whatever the fudge you want to call it. Because, right, we're coming in, so we're practically breaking the fair value gap that's above it. Nice drop on crude. Nice, there we go. Keep going, crude. Nice, guys. Crude oil just killing it. Beautiful. People ask how it is trading crude because it's the price action's definitely different, you know, different from like ES and Q. They're very volatile, ES and NQ. Crude oil, it sort of chops around, but when it moves, it still moves, you know, there's still price action to it. There's a lot to it still. I'm probably going to get out of, nice, dude, this is a beautiful trade. I'm gonna get out of one contract. Nice, just hit a K on that. Let's see, there we go. I'm gonna get out of one contract at that first target. Hold the other two. We're actually, where are we at? Time is it? Let's see. We'll see how we react to the zone. If we want to blow right through it, I'll hold. I was thinking of getting out of another contract here just to play it safe. But I don't want to be cutting my winner like that. How's the daily look on crude? Daily looks pretty bearish on crude too. We have a daily demand zone about $2 away, right? $2 whole away on crude, which would be crazy. So we're going to hold these shorts, see if we can get a real nice runner here. Crude oil making up for all the losses. Let's see again, it's all it takes is just one good trade to say sayonara to any kind of chasing, any kind of misinput. Remember, it reversed me earlier for some reason. I'm probably going to get out of another contract, though, to be honest, just to play it safe. I do want to see this. It's been a crazy 5 minutes to the downside, though. And some good selling pressure. I mean, yeah, we'll hold this, because that 5 might continue. Yeah, I'll get out of one more contract. Maybe not, man. I don't know, man. Those sellers on crude right now are going bananas. Oh, keep going. Keep going, baby. I'll tell you what. I'll get out of... See, there's a bit of a concern that we don't break this demand zone, though. So if we don't break that demand zone, this will be the bottom. Getting out here will be the right time to exit. But if we do break this demand zone, we're going to have a real nice run. So I'm going to be patient. We got 18 seconds for this 5 minute to close. It doesn't look like it has any signs of a reversal right now.
How many contracts you still got, plural or singular?
Just 2 right now. So I was thinking even if I cut one now, leave one as a runner.
Cut one. Cut one, set the other at the moon, go eat you a sandwich.
Yeah. Nah, crude looks good there. I don't know. Alright, it's dancing around too much. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Drop right through the zone, man. Drop right through it. Right through it, crude. I'll get out of one more contract and one more drop. Get out one more contract right at 75.20. Oh, hold up. That's some good selling pressure. We might drop strong here. We keep failing to drop strong, so I'm definitely going to get out of one more contract. Let's see. We wicked the bottom of that demand zone. I feel like we might try to flip here. So again, I'm trying to get out of one more contract. Alright, I'm out of one more, holding one contract left. See if we want to break and continue now. No, it is just not worth it. I'm just, da, 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 da. Buyers are trying to hold us in this demand zone. So even if we pull back at this point, I don't want to run that risk. I'm going to look to get out of my last contract. 75.21. Alright, I'm out of that last contract on crude. Great job, man. That was a great trade, dude. That was phenomenal. Even if it continues, I'm happy with that. It was 4-1. Very clean. Added to the winner. Very great job. Where's NQ at? What's the NASDAQ doing? Other than taking our money earlier. But y'all, thank goodness for crude, man. Crude just went crazy. Guys, I mean, it was just maybe a 50-cent drop on crude. But 50 cents, $10, it's like 500 per contract. So I was holding 3 contracts for a majority of that trade. It's just about finding that, because you know what it is too. It's okay, 50-cent move, 25-cent move. How tight is the stop loss? Only 10 cents, only 13 cents, whatever it is. We're still doing the same thing we're doing on ES and NQ. We're keeping a very tight stop loss. We're having a further reward, and that's what's really paying off. That is what will pay off, no matter what strategy you trade, how you trade, when you trade, where you trade. It says I still have an order out there. Let me delete that. Imagine that. Imagine leaving an order out. You get a notification on your phone later that day. Order filled. Excuse me? Order filled. What? Pretty solid exit so far on crude. First exit was in demand right here. 75.30. Second exit was, 75.20, which is the bottom of this zone. It filled me at the way bottom, and it could still drop. If it still drops, then that's not a great exit. It is what it is. I don't care. It was still a great trade. Yeah, we're gonna feel it. Here we go. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. That's why I got out. If I'm super unsure, I'm probably gonna stay out of it. NASDAQ, we got chops around a little bit, yeah, right? But we still sort of stuck with some type of plan. We had a pretty solid trade right here to the downside. We tried again over here. It sort of stopped us out a bit. We had an order block here. We tried, getting chopped around, stopped us out. Got to acknowledge it, notice it, and say, okay, it didn't work out this time. That's all right. That doesn't mean it's not going to work out next time, but it does mean I have to be a bit more cautious, right? I have to be a bit more cautious at the market dynamics and the market structure. The market's been very bullish lately, so I shouldn't have been too focused on trying to go short. I should have been looking for some type of squeeze and pop or something like that. Or even that the ES was much stronger. Look at this trend that the ES had today. ES had a much stronger trend than the NASDAQ, which has sort of just been chopping around. Why is that not? There we go. NASDAQ just sort of chopping around. I had this one move here. But other than that, chop city on the NASDAQ this morning, while ES was making a slower grind higher. Oh yeah, there's that break on crude. Nice. And gold too, guys. Gold would have been a nice short position as well. We would have been able to short this buy side liquidity because we had that from a previous high. And we would have been able to target this next low right here. Again, a little 4-1. Is that also 4.77 to 1? 4.47 to 1. Okay. Say what a coincidence. Market likes coincidences. But yeah, now missed gold, that would have been a pretty nice trade. Getting some divergence. Look how much weaker the ES is at the moment than the NASDAQ. Looking for any type of demands. And we had a fair value gap here. That's what I had marked out. We could be creating a supply zone right here on the ES 15-minute supply zone if this 15-minute wants to sell off to the downside, right? Let's see. And that was the divergence. Divergence was NASDAQ. Oh no, NASDAQ double topped. ES made a lower high. We would look for a NASDAQ to make a higher high. And then we would have shorted the ES. Regardless, good trade on crude. Be keeping an eye on that one. I'll probably make a video on it for you guys. That crude trade, I'm trying to see what it was. I'm pretty sure that green zone that I'm looking at that I may or may not have used as confirmation. Okay, no, it's still valid. I was going to say it was a demand zone at some point, but it was moved because of the contract shift. But as you guys see, with a lot of different strategies, YouTube, I'm going to skip ads for you guys. With a lot of different strategies, a lot of them just go around support and resistance. This was support. Look, support here, support here, support here. And then we broke it, and it became resistance. It's a matter of finding the entry, finding where we're turning around, when we're turning around, that higher time frame, whatever strategy you use. Here, I guess this would have been potential for a demand zone. So, right, that would have flipped and been a supply zone. Oh, you know what? We did have another 15-minute supply right there on crude. Now this one, the reason I marked this one out is because we had the drop after and the continuation. This one would have been pretty good because it was right above that. And just like we see with fair value gaps, we're usually better off using one that's either below a higher one or above a lower one. Because a lot of times that first one will get ran through to grab the liquidity. Getting pretty volatile here on crude. Take a look at NASDAQ, take a look at ES. Now, something I did want to mention also on the NASDAQ is usually when we see this type of price action where, yes, we're creating higher lows, but it's very wicky, we do run through it to get the volume and get the liquidity, right? And especially because there was a demand zone down there, that is also what gave me the extra confidence that, yes, we might run through this. Again, it didn't happen this time. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen next time, but it doesn't mean it's going to work next time, right? So again, it's just a matter of seeing what does and doesn't work in the market today and assessing and using that tomorrow, right? Once we get a feel for the market and we're grooving with it and we're catching moves with it and we're just sort of doing our thing, it will be not only easier to trade, but it will be easier to journal. It'll be easier to acknowledge the market conditions, and it'll be easier to move with the market conditions versus moving against the market conditions. Yo, great job, Chester. Hit your profit for today. Good stuff, good stuff. crude oil does look like it's going to continue. That would be pretty wild. We might see those lows. We might see them. That would make this trade a 9-1. That's something, man. We took at 4, almost 5-1. I ain't complaining. Very solid trade on crude. I do still feel as if crude can continue. I'm not going to jump in any contracts here, though, right? Not going to be messing that up, skewing any risks to reward, doing anything silly like that. But, yeah. Strong seller right there on crude. I'd maybe wait to see if we could close below this zone and then retest it. Let's do something like this. Like close below somewhere over here, then come up, retest it, and push back lower. Or even if, right, so now we're going to use our other lows. If we want to grab this liquidity here, pull up, and then test that, and then push back lower. So that's sort of my thoughts on crude right now. But that's if it could push lower. Oh, I gotta charge the Ring doorbell. Who here's got a Ring? What a world of technology. Give me one sec, guys. Now there we go with crude. Like I mentioned before, I want us to close below, retest that zone. I'm not taking any more shorts. No way, no way. YouTube, drop a comment, drop a like. What's going on? What are you guys trading today? Did you take any trades today? Let me go check what my dog's barking at. Give me a half a sec. All right, crude got that. Crude got that drop and close.
Do we have bagels?
Yeah. Testing. All right, it is still working, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up there. Hope you guys had a good trading day today. No, it was a bit choppy this morning, but we did catch some nice moves. Really nice move on crude. Any questions? Always hit me up. Message me on Discord, message me on Instagram. Check us out, Bullish Bears, on social media. Have a great day. Have a good weekend, everybody. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.
Thanks, Kevin.
See you, Kevin.
Take care, y'all.
Be good.